Yeah. Ooh, yeah. 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 Oh. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Justin Norm, and I'm back, man. I'm back, and I'm just trying to make sure that once again that I have everything set up correct, so that way I can get sound on this stream. And I believe I have sound, so I'm just gonna check it real quick. Starting in the habit of doing this, I do have a cough drop in my mouth. My daughter's got some allergies, and I've been at school, and kids are coughing and sneezing and stuff, and I'm trying my best to make sure that it doesn't affect me. Cool. We got sound, and we are going right into. Okay. Just want to check a few things. Make sure I'm not missing no emails or something that's very important. Okay. All right. I hope you all are feeling well tonight. Tonight is a little earlier than I've been doing the previous two nights. So the intention is actually to be finished with this by 12 o'clock. Okay. 12 o'clock on the dot. I started a few minutes late. And the reason why I started a few minutes late is because I was busy working on lyrics. All right. But we'll get into the lyrics in a second so I can talk about that. But this is what I did with the music because I decided to keep the song very short. I did just do the bridge, and then after the bridge, I did an ending, and that was the end of the song. So the song itself will probably be about 2 minutes and 40, like 40 seconds, 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that, which is about average for songs today, even though normally a slower song might be a little longer. I got my water up there, and I might have to add a little commercial break in here if I have to go get more water because I don't know where my bottle is. I didn't get no bottle today. Well, before we get into this thing, let me tell you that I am Justin Norm, and right now I am doing free mixing. And the whole purpose is so that I can come up with vocal presets that work in Cakewalk by Bandlab that you can use. And it's going to be a charge, but I mean, it'll be something very reasonable, $5, maybe $10, no more than that. Something that you can use that you can just pop on your track, your vocal tracks, or your vocal bus and achieve a better sound. Now, understand this, and sometimes it may take a little tweaking because whatever mic you're using, whatever voice you have, what type of voice, everything is a little different. So if you happen to be interested in that, I will have, I think the first one will probably launch towards the end of April, hopefully, or by May. I'm also, got somebody in chat. I just did another one. Okay. Cool, Joseph. Yeah. Did another one. Ooh, my throat is going to get to me. So yeah, I gotta sing today, and we gotta record the song. So, whew, no pressure there. It is really rough to be singing late at night, and so I'm hoping that I don't prolong this longer than I really need to. So, once again, we're doing free mixing. If you want to connect with me, definitely connect with me on Linktree, Justin Norm, basically. And on there, you can connect with me with Facebook and Twitter and other things like that. On here, I'm doing Cakewalk tutorials, but I'm also doing other stuff. I have some reaction videos that I started to dip and dab with. I have my Poor Engineer series, which focuses on what audio engineers do when they're in a live situation. And it's really kind of like dogging out the engineers that may turn you down for no reason, or they may be nowhere to be found when you're performing. So it's kind of like a little comedy skits that I put together. And Yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what's crazy? You won't even believe this. My daughter, my youngest daughter, the one I just got through talking about that has allergies, she has a pink eye or swelled eye or sty eye, one of the eyes. But and she's never got it before, so that really threw us off. And it wasn't just one eye; it was both eyes. But one eye is kind of healing, but the other eye is still kind of swelled up a little bit. So I'm hoping that it gets better. Try to give her some warm compress, cold compress. Yeah, I hope it goes now too as well. It's nothing fun to be playing with, especially when you're a musician and you're trying to like look at stuff, look at the screen, or even if you're reading music, sheet music, or anything like that. That's kind of hard to do. So yeah, man, I'm keeping you in prayers, bro. That that you knock that thing out. Shoot, that you come back and your eyes better than it ever was before. Shoot. And that you're able to see far away like Superman. Shoot. X-ray vision. Yep. Yes. Oh man, no problem. No problem. All right. This is what I've been doing so far. Let me move this mic down. I am done with recording. Hey, Big Poppy. How's it going? How's your day been? Or at night? I'll take that power. Yeah. That power, man. Something about the power. And there might not be no believers on here, but hey, I'm a firm believer in prayer, so great. I'm glad that you're doing great. Cool. I am done recording with this. Last night I was having a crazy issue with the bass guitar. You might have been on the stream and you might have saw it. Big Poppy, I think you left a little early. You might have caught some of it. I don't know. I recorded the bass, got ready to play it. As soon as I'm starting to do some other stuff, the bass was like sustaining notes. And it was the first time that ever happened to me before. Now, every now and then I would get a note that'll stick, but you know, I can reset it and it'll be fine. But for it to keep consistently doing that, it had something to do with the MIDI messages where it wasn't telling the MIDI to cut off. So like whenever I play a note and you hold down a key, when you lift the key up, there's a message that sends that's sent that says, "Hey, stop playing," because the note was released. Well, for some reason, it was not releasing those correctly. It might be, even though I doubt it's this, it might be because I had this keyboard plugged up on the side, and this keyboard, the sustain pedal is sticking. So after I got off the stream, I went to go play this piano, and it was like still holding notes. So it might have been this. I don't know how, but maybe it was sending signal somehow. I don't know what's going on with that. Even when I try to use the Impact LX25, the other keyboard, it was still doing the same thing. So what I did was I exited out of Cakewalk, tried to go back into it. That didn't work. When I got off the stream and I stopped streaming, I restarted my computer. And then after that, I was able to re-record it. And then today, it was fine. Like I wasn't holding anymore. I didn't have no issues with it. So then I also thought maybe it was because I was streaming, but I don't know. Now, one problem that I did have today, earlier today, probably a few hours ago, I started kind of putting this together some more, and I did record that, or at least most of it. So, but I didn't. I'll put it up. It'll be streaming differently, so maybe it'll stream like I don't know tomorrow morning or something like that. So once I did that, I was trying to add the TTS on there because I wanted to put, you know, some extra little sound effects like wind and stuff like that. Yeah, well, see the thing about it is that my interface shouldn't affect that because keep in mind the interface is just audio. So I don't think but the MIDI itself is like data, and sometimes data can be, you know, jacked up basically. So I feel like it was something with Cakewalk itself. Because once again, if I was listening to like YouTube or anything else, everything else was playing fine. Like and all the other tracks were playing fine. It just was that one particular track. But it could have been the mixer. I mean, but I've left this mixer on for several hours and never had any problems with that. And sometimes I leave it on and I forget to cut it off like overnight, and I wake up and I'm like, ooh, ooh, I don't want to leave that on that long. So this one, it's got a nice little heat sink on it, so it gets warm, but it doesn't get like really, really hot, which is good. Um, okay, so then Cakewalk kept crashing. When I kept trying to open up TTS, I would try to go to TTS, click on wind, and all of a sudden it would just close. It did that like 4 or 5 times. So I said, you know what? Forget it. I stopped using. I said I'm not going to use TTS. I love TTS, but I couldn't use it. So I did go to Splice and I added some extra little sounds. So let me go through what I have. So in case you forgot, so I got this bass guitar up here, which is recorded. I added some strings last night, but I'm not really finished with the string track. Just kind of added something there, just kind of added there. Of course, we had the piano, and this piano is really just a guide. It's not going to stay there because the melody is going to be singing. But I just put it there as a guide, so I kind of know what the melody is, or similar to what the melody is. Recorded some more parts on the SI electric piano. I got a bass drum part. I kind of mixed this around some. I think I recorded or maybe I didn't record none yet. I might do something extra with the drums. I'm not quite sure yet. I did add, I recorded a snare drum at one part, and I did add some crashes in. I added some snaps in. These snaps came from Splice. I just kind of used the complete control to sample sampler just to drag and drop it. And then I played that on my little keyboard in front of me. Got my time still. Sorry, I'm sucking on this cough drop, so I'm always doing it in the videos. I can't get rid of that sound. It's like a sound effect that's natural to me. I added some wind, which also came. Talk to you later, Joseph. Added some wind on here. Yeah, put some ice on there, man. Put some heat too as well. I added bells, but I'm gonna add another bell part in the beginning. And I added some this is like some type of wind, rain, or something like that. And I might do more with this. I'm just kind of put it there just to put it there. And then I've got some vinyl, which you'll hear now is actually on. So, and the thing about the vinyl is that there's no way to really cut it off. So that's why I muted the track earlier. And I put a compressor on it. And I'm actually doing side chain compression. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I've kind of got the SI electric piano feeding signal to the compressor. So it can kind of control the vinyl, which is kind of like dampening the vinyl somewhat. Because it was like it just stays on regardless. So, which is cool, but sometimes it's not good either. But I think that's the way that program is. And then I have a reverse symbol here, which I do need to copy and paste some other places. Oh, here is the music. So let's listen to that. Oh, hold on. For some reason my master got turned down. I'm like, I don't remember turning it down. good, James. How's it going? All right, and so that's how it ends, basically. Very short and sweet. Because once again, I'm on a deadline, so I have to think about like this is, and I'm only writing a song for you all, really. To be honest, I'm doing this just to do it. Can I use that for worship music? Oh man, you definitely could. You could use it for worship music because it sounds beautiful. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you again. Um, so now that would yeah. So this song, if I leave the piano on, it could work as an instrumental song. And once I put the vocals on, it's gonna be a little different. Texas, LOL, Texas, baby. Yeah, that's cool. Uh, I have not got a chance to listen to those songs yet, but I wanted to throw that in case you asked me, like, did you listen to songs? I will listen to them. My brain is like, I'm between a million different things right now. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know if I keep clicking on this thing to say. So let me say that now. Here's the lyrics. So um I was trying to cheat with the lyrics. I was trying to like go to AI. There's an app, an app, a service called Lyric Studio. You might have heard it before. I did a video about it once before. Take 3, you will be happy you did. Okay. Take 3. Explain that one more time. Explain that what you mean by take 3. You will be happy you did. Explain it to me. Um. So anyway, I've got this Lyric Studio, which I have used before. I had the free version. I just went on and signed up for the subscription, which I'm probably going to cancel because once I got into their like working with it, and I'm like, I don't really like the lyrics or the suggestions. So let me minimize this for a second, and then I'll bring up this. So don't pay attention to the title because I have not titled it yet. It might still be called Never Been Done Before, or it might be something different. Take 3 minutes just for personal times. You're super busy. Breathe. Oh, yes, I do that all the time. The thing about it is that I'm doing this like the live, and once I get finished with this song, I'll really be able to breathe. It'll be much better. I've got a few shows coming up to prepare for. I've got a bunch of videos to edit, 2 videos to edit for another channel, not my channel, but someone else's channel. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff to do. But I like staying busy, so yeah. But I definitely will take that advice. Just take 3 minutes and go. Cool watching, not talking. All right, here we go. So the lyrics are kind of leaning towards a girl or woman. Of course, I hate to use girl, but girl sounds better lyrically wise. Um, who has been in a relationship and was hurt in a relationship. So I am the new person that's in her life, and I'm trying to get close to her, get her to open up, so that way I can be there for support. So the lyrics kind of went this direction. So even though on here you can ask for suggestions, Everything that I pretty much typed here, with the exception of I think one line was just something I typed myself. So because I mean you can click on a something like I could click on will ever know what you've been through, and then I can ask for suggestions and I can say, oh, I want it to rhyme with I don't know eyes or afraid, and it gives me suggestions, and some of them are good, but it's like I feel like they're not in the same context. Um, so, but there are some settings on here that you can do. You can do rhymes, you can do a thesaurus, like if you're really looking for like different words to use. So I think that's cool. And you also can do a collab. So if you collab with somebody, but this is like a user, yeah. Thesaurus is always good if I'm trying to find like different different words that sound more intellectual. It's easy to write the the perfect rhymes. I used to do in university, basically when I went to school, I had a class that was for songwriting, and it's funny because me and my wife actually took the same class, sophomore in college, and it was a songwriting class, and we studied rhyme scheme. We studied all the different type of rhymes, and it's like crazy. I didn't know there was that many type of rhymes. We always think like boat, gloat, eyes, wives, things like that. But then you have soft rhymes, and you have accented rhymes, and assonant rhymes, and all these other type of rhymes, basically. And it's just crazy, and you really get the hang of it when you start studying like rap music, like real MCs that used to really really do some crazy things with rhyming. But so anyway, to make a long story short, this is what I have so far. So, girl, I can see it deep in your eyes that you're not afraid of the pain you hide. I I'm not, well, yeah, well, it was fine arts. Yeah, I mean, I studied percussion, so I studied jazz percussion music basically. So I was playing drums, but I also studied piano, and I also studied vocals. So I was doing everything basically. And then I studied audio as well. And I even took dance a lot. So yeah, I was kind of everywhere dealing with fine arts. I was a part of everything basically. Um, but yeah, so that songwriting class was just an elective. It was a friend of not a friend, but one of the adjunct faculty members. Her name is Melissa Bishop, and she's a songwriter, and she's registered with CSAC, and she's just like phenomenal. And she taught this class, and I learned so much that I didn't know. Yeah, sometimes yeah, but how you say it, and see how it flows. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, girl, I can see it deep in your eyes that you're not afraid of the pain you hide, and no one will ever know what you've been through. You can trust me, girl. Why don't you please tell me the truth? So that's the first part. Um, Tell me the truth, and it's like kind of like some little ad lib while the piano's still playing, basically. And then this is where I was at before I got on the stream, and I got beside myself. I was like, oh, it's like 10:03. I gotta go. Did you know I dream about you every single night? First we laugh and play, then we lay and cry. But yes, I know. You say you're the one to blame. Was it something you said to make him cheat and lie? Did he ever apologize? And then I got to keep going from that. So, but now what I got to do is finish these lyrics real quick. So what I'm kind of doing is, can I do this? And then this. Let's allow. I wish I can get this to go on top. All right, but anyway, let me listen to it again. So how are you all doing tonight? You said you don't ever just start singing. Yeah, I sung it earlier. That's kind of how I got it. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna sing it. It's just I sometimes I sung through it already to make sure that everything fit musically what I had. Um, but yeah, right now I don't need to waste time singing it because I'm gonna sing it and I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna record it in a little bit. Like I'm definitely gonna record it. But I just want to go ahead and finish the lyrics first. Like I finish that part. But yeah, actually, let's do this real quick. Minimize all of these. What do you all think? You think I'm gonna be able to create audio tracks and have these MIDI tracks, or you think I should bounce this stuff down first, even though it's not gonna be the actual mix? So let's set this up. You think I should bounce it down? Yeah, I'll probably bounce it down just so I can record the vocals, and then after that, I can open everything back up and really mix it. Let me create this track real quick. I really was gonna change microphones, but I might record with this mic. I don't know how it's gonna be, but it might work. All right, let's do this. Let's duplicate this. It might not be a lot of background vocals in here, but I might add some oohs and ahs here and there as I see it. If we'll see how things go. Oh, bounce it down. Big Poppy, bounce it down basically means that I'm gonna take all of these MIDI tracks and export them or convert them to one stereo track, basically. And it's just a temporary thing. It's kind of like how you can freeze a track. Like I think I talked about freezing tracks yesterday. Like there's a little asterisk here on the track, and if you freeze it, it'll convert it to audio. Okay. And then that would be your audio track. And then if you needed to copy that to another track, you can do that. Or you can just unfreeze it and it'll go back to the way it was. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these tracks, right? Just those. Make sure that's open. And then I'm going to go to tracks. And I'm going to go to bounce to tracks. Then I'm going to go preset wise. I'm going to make sure I bounce the entire mix. Stereo. I'm not worried about any of those settings right there as long as it's set on stereo. Entire mix. And then you can tell it what destination you want it to go to. So it's going to go to track 21, which is fine. I'm going to press OK. And what this is going to allow me to do is just free up some of my memory for now. Because the vocals, sometimes, most of the time, vocals end up using more than the instruments do, especially when you get all the audio effects and processing going. All right, so wait on that to do its thing. All right, and then so that track is going to be down here now. All right, and then what I can do is to conserve my memory, I'm going to archive these tracks. They'll still be there. They'll just be archived. So I go right click on any one of the numbers. It can be 1, 2, or whatever, as long as they're all highlighted. Right click, go to MSR, and then go to archive. All right, so now those tracks are not being used. I'm gonna mute this track just for a second so you can see when I'm playing, you're not gonna hear anything now because all of this stuff is deactivated. But this track, okay, is the mixed down track. Now, to also make this look cleaner, normally I should have did this before I did this, but I'm going to also highlight these and I'm going to send them to a track folder. insert track folder, or I can move to folder, and I'm going to call it move to folder, new track folder. And then I'm going to call this track folder the instruments or instruments. Okay. And then I can minimize that. And now it makes it look cleaner, so I'm not really looking at a bunch of other tracks that are up there. So that's a good way to go through it. Now I can move this up. Just click on it and wait till you see a double arrow pointing up and down. Then you can drag it from whatever track you want it to be at. So I'll drag it right here. All right, so now I know that's there. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and move this track to that folder. So I can just right click, move to folder, instruments. All right, so now it's under instruments. And now I don't have to see it at all. And I know it's still there playing. Okay. Now, to make this sound a little bit more sweeter, I've got to add some type of reverb or some type of, to make this thing a little wet. So that way it sounds better when I'm recording. Even though I'm used to recording stuff dry, but it'll sound better while I'm actually recording. James, you been using it all your life? Yeah, I've been using it pretty much all of my life too, man. I think when I started using Cakewalk, I was probably like 7 years old, 8 years old, something like that. I can't remember. All right, so what am I doing? All right, okay, so I'm gonna create another audio track, all right? And this is going to be, actually, no, I don't have to do it that way. I'm sorry. Let's do it this way. Control Z. We are going to do a send, insert send, and then we're going to do a new aux track, okay? And I need internet to go keep it going. Well, you don't really need internet to use Cakewalk. It's just if you want any updates, you need the internet. But all right, so track 17's going to aux track. I'm gonna label this as effects. Okay, and on here I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna put a vocal. Nah, I'm gonna put a vocal doubler on there. Let's put reverb on there. Let's try to reverb. I never really try this sometimes. Let's do a plate. So now I'm gonna press record on 17, and yeah. So you want to make sure that you have the echo on, or really you don't have to have the echo on, but it just depends on which way you do it. So with this, yeah. Yeah. All right. This is one way you can go about doing it, but you can also send it to an aux bus, or you can send it to a patch point too as well. But the idea is that I can control this reverb here. I can turn it down, but I don't really like that echo. So I'm hearing a delay because I have the input echo on. So I might do this a little different. So instead of doing that, let's do it a different way. So I think, if I'm correct, I might be able to just do this. Yeah. So just create a regular audio track and then just make sure the input is set on that versus having input set on this, because here you hear like you're hearing your return and your send. So it sounds like I got chorus on me, which is fine. And if you was really late, it might be like, hello, hello, yeah, yeah. You'd be like, what? But since my latency is pretty good for the most part. All right, so I can keep that one on. And let's see, let's adjust the EQ on this. Turn the EQ to 0, EQ high frequency, EQ frequency. This one. And what I'm doing is I'm basically just trying to adjust the EQ so it's not showing so much highs and stuff, because I don't really want all the highs, and I don't really want a lot of lows either. So let me do right there. Drop this gain down. Yeah. And I can make it real wet if I want to. Add a little pre-delay on there if I want to. Yeah. Never been done before. Ooh. Yeah, then it makes you sound real good when you sing and you be like, ooh, boy, I sound good. Now I could actually add these lyrics on the piano track if I had it on there, but now I don't have the piano track enabled, but I could have that melody enabled. Let me mute this for a second. That's the only thing about the effects is that when you hear those effects, they go back and forth. It'll be like, woo. All right, let me see. Bring the lyrics up. Okay, oh, cool. I can't see it. Good. I was able to bring it up. Girl. Ooh, Could I it in your eyes that you're not afraid of the pain you hide, and no one will ever know what you've been through. You can trust me, girl. Why don't you please tell me the truth? Tell me the truth, yeah. Did you know I dream about you every single night? First we laugh and play, then we lay and cry. But yes, I know you say you're the one to blame. Was it something you said to make him cheat and lie? Did he ever apologize? Alright, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so timing wise, let me mute this again. Ooh, that scares me. Alright, timing wise, and you might hear my washer and dryer in the background. My wife just turned the dryer on. But yeah, so the timing wise, I gotta tweak the timing a little bit on some parts. But that's because I'm listening to the piano melody versus the melody that I'm really gonna do. So when I actually start singing it, I'm not gonna have that piano melody on. What do you all think so far? Is it getting there? Sound like it's gonna get there. I might do some backgrounds. So should I do backgrounds first? It might even be easier. The good thing about these effects is that even though I'm recording with the effects on, I'm not actually writing the effects, so that's the good thing. Thank you, Big Poppy. It sounds good. I like the falsetto. Yeah, I thought about singing an octave down lower first and then go up for the second verse. But the thing about it is that some notes get really low. Da 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 da. I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. I'll sing up higher. Cool. Yeah. Let's see. Are we gonna do some backgrounds? It would be cool to bury it. Yeah, I know. And yeah, girl. You know, sometimes in life, you know, yeah, you know, I just gotta have some. Yeah, show you right. Yeah, I could do that, but yeah, no, not realistically. All right. This is the crazy thing. I don't really like normally when I'm writing a song, I kind of know background, everything that I'm going to do. But on this one, because it's really not a lot of background parts, but there is a section where I think. Funny. You said I would girl at least once, at least once. Girl, you know, I've been thinking about this. I might say that in the beginning. What did you say? Sorry, I'm looking at I'm looking at text message. I don't know how to. Yeah, I might do that in the beginning, like that beginning part. You know, girl, I've been thinking that sometimes in life we just been crying too much, and I just wish we could do things a little different. You know what I mean? Show you right. Oh my God! Wow. Yeah. He's saying yeah. So I'm like, oh no. They'll be like, who is this? This Barry Light? Yeah. My name is Barry Light. And then you come in singing falsetto. They were like, Barry don't sing like that, low voice, and then he'd be like, sing way up somewhere. But like, yeah, that's Barry Light right there. All right, I might do a talking part though. I was talking like this is one of the things that in songs you don't really hear talking parts anymore in the beginning of a song. That's one of the things that I really liked about like soul music, 60s, 70s, 80s. You had those talking parts and talking part, like the song hadn't even came in yet, and everybody was like, "Ooh, this gonna be a good song." Yeah, I should have some fun to do it, but I hear what some background is going to come in. I'm going to go ahead and sing a scratch track so far for what I have. I do need to hurry up and finish these lyrics, though. But maybe I'll record what I have, and then I'll come back and finish the lyrics tomorrow because I want to keep things moving. It's not fun to just sit here and watch somebody make lyrics. It's more fun to record it. And normally I'll be thinking on the fly. I'll be back un momento. I got to go turn this dryer off. The more out the box, the more the original. Yeah, I know. I'll be right back. So, should I put on some music? Here, let's put on some music real quick. Background music. Actually, no, I'll be right back. But let's see. Can I add something in here? Yeah, let's do this. Will this work? All right, don't go nowhere, y'all. I'm gonna be right back. Oh. It's nothing unfamiliar, nothing difficult. It's expected. It's just a norm. Just a norm. It's just a norm. It's just a norm. All right. Okay. So actually, that was timed perfectly. Um, yeah, still here? Okay, good. All right, good. That's awesome. So, one, I had to go turn my dryer off because I didn't want to hear no drying noise while I'm singing and recording something. All right. Man, I wish I can. I'm gonna put these lyrics on the opposite side. So if you see me looking to the left, then just know the lyrics are on the opposite side. I think maybe I don't know. We'll see if that works out good. How's my signal on here? Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, let me see. All right, here we go. Let's try it. Let's try one take. I won't be able to see your comments right now, so I'm just letting you know that in case you're saying something. Turn this reverb down just a little bit. Too much. Too wet. You know, sometimes in life, we don't know what we're doing. And I just wish someone was there to lean their head on me. All right, okay, so yeah, I just put that there, but I'm gonna drag this down to another track for right now. Let's do that. And I probably need to make this shorter. Delete that, and then go back here, save that, in case I do put it there. Actually, I don't really need this on. I don't need no count in now. You know, sometimes in life, we don't know what we're doing. And I just wish someone was there to lean their head on me. Killed I can see deep in your eyes that you're not afraid of the pain you hide, and no one will ever know what you've been through. You can trust me, girl. Why don't you please tell me the truth? Tell me the truth. Yeah. Did you know I dream about you every single night? First we laugh and play, and then we lay and cry. But yes, I know you say you're one to blame. Was it something you said to make him cheat and lie? Did he ever apologize? Yeah, I really need to work out that rhythm. And I don't like the way my audio is. It's coming through really, really low. But let me listen to it. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. see it deep in your eyes that you're not afraid of the pain you hide. And no one. Yeah, I think I must see. Can I turn up the gain on this a little louder? Should I sing with this song? Yeah. All right. Yeah, I probably will keep it on. Or maybe I'll just put this on. Yeah, this ain't really a condenser mic, but I could sing it this way. Ooh, that's loud. Sorry. I apologize, you all. Yeah. Let me go back and look at my comments again. So, I don't know. Okay, let's see. I feel like I need to turn this gain up some, but I really should bring my condenser mic out, to be honest. Well, I could bring it out, technically. Nah, I don't feel like doing it right now. Eventually, this is just a scratch track. I gotta stop thinking of it like as is the actual track. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Is it gonna give me more gain? Yeah, it probably will. I don't know if it's gonna make it louder over here. Yeah. Probably sound distorted. Yeah. Okay, that might be better. So, what is my EQ on this? I really want this to be flat, but I'm not gonna worry about adjusting it right now. Let me go ahead and switch to comping. Apply. So with the comping, it's going to allow me to actually record multiple takes on this lane. I can oops, I'm opening up the wrong one. Here's the take lanes here. So let's record it again. Bring the lyrics back up. Mm-hmm. We don't know what we're doing. Really don't even like recording while I'm sitting down, but sometimes I do. Girl, I can see deep in your eyes that you're not afraid of the pain you hide, and no one will ever know what you've been through. You can trust me, girl. Why don't you please tell me the truth? Tell me the truth. Did you know I dream about you every single night? First we laugh and play, then we lay and cry. Yes, I know. You say you're the one to blame. Was it something you said to make him cheat and lie? Did he ever apologize? Okay. Let's do another one. I could have kept it going. I should have put on a what's the word I'm looking for? Loop. That's what I should have did. Yeah, let's do it another time. Did you know I dream every single night? Okay, I'm gonna do it this time without having the. Well, that's right. The piano is gonna be on regardless. I forgot about that. I should have took that piano off. Because sometimes it gets in my way. You know, sometimes in life we don't know Girl, I can see deep in your eyes that you're not afraid of the pain you hide, and no one will ever know what you've been through. You can trust me, girl. Why don't you please tell me the truth? Tell me the truth. Did you know I dream about you every single night? First we laugh and play, and then we lay and cry. But yes, I know, you say you're the one to blame. Was it something you said to make him cheat and lie? Did he ever apologize? I cracked on that one. Y'all didn't hear that, did y'all? All right, so, and, yeah. Let's see. Minimize that for a second. Save it. Right on, James. It's really the reverb that makes it sound good. And actually, I can put on my little vocal processor to see if it's going to give me what I need right away. Let's go. I'm going to click on the track. We're going to press Shift, Spacebar. Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and see. Start right here. Girl. Yeah, I know I still got to put that in there. That you're not afraid of the pain you hide, and no one will ever know. So I'm basically just soloing each part. Let me turn this reverb out again. You can trust me, girl. Why don't you please tell me the truth? Yeah, because I can tell that this is, so let's do something real quick. Let's add my little vocal strip and see if it's going to put some shine to it, at least. No, it's got auto-tune in it. I'm going to take the auto-tune off for a second. That's a great line, James. Babe, come home to me. Hey, yeah. I might throw that in there. Babe, come home to me. But the thing about it is that, so I'm singing it from an observation point of view. So I'm with this person, you know, I'm with them, but it's like, you know, when you're in a relationship and the person can't really connect with you because they're hurt from their past. So this is kind of like, I'm not the one that hurt her, someone else hurt her. I'm just the one that picked up the pieces, basically, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. So let me see if it's going to do anything. Girl, I can see deep in your eyes that you're not afraid of the pain you hide, and no one will ever know what you've been through. You can trust me, girl. Why don't you please tell me the truth? Yeah, did he apologize? And girl, did you kick it? James, you say you're still single? Oops, where I go? Okay, hold on, I didn't do that right. Let me do this now. Shift play. here. Girl, I can see deep in your eyes that you're not afraid of the pain you hide, and no one. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and then I'm gonna split this. Really, I wouldn't even be trying to do this right now because I know this isn't the actual track that I'm gonna use, but I'm just doing it. So let's see, what was the first part? Right here. Girl, I can see deep. All right, so I'm gonna go through and separate each section. I'm gonna zoom in some so I can see this way better, and make that a section. Make that a section. I think that's right. I can see deep in your eyes that you're not. Okay, so I can make this one too as well. There we go. And basically what I'm doing is, if you haven't seen this part before, sorry you keep hearing my table make that noise. I don't really know what this is called. It's like a cursor, but you wait until you see 3 lines going horizontally and 1 line pointing vertically. And once you get that, then you just drag over and you create the clips. So that way I can actually separate the clips. No problem. Yeah, this is comping. This is what everybody does. All the pros do it so much. In fact, I was looking at an article, not an article, but a video where Billie Eilish was talking about one song that she probably, one lead vocal line had about 100 different takes in that one line. So it was like comping from like 100 different takes. And so that was crazy. So, but yeah, this does help a lot. Never know what you've been through. So I'll do this part. Let me zoom in some more. You can trust me, girl. Okay. So the settings that you use on comping, basically, first of all, when you go to record, so at the very top, you'll see my little record button right in the console transport, basically. Not console, but transport, where the play button and stop and pause and all that good stuff is. If you right-click on record comping, or right-click on the little red dot, you'll see the recording mode. Or you can go to preferences and go down to record mode. And in record mode, you'll see comping overwrite sound on sound. So you can switch these back and forth to whatever you need it to be. So earlier I had it on sound, but then I switched to comping. So now it automatically creates tracks, or sub tracks, basically. Okay. So you said, work with Grammy producer. I sing it many times too. However, when I'm at home at Cakewalk, still learning big time. Yeah, it's a big difference when you're like in a professional studio and you're at home and you're like, oh, how do I do that? And especially when you used to having somebody engineer for you, and you're like, oh, I got to do all this myself. Oh no, I'm sorry, I opt out. And for the tracks, I tried the other day and made a mess trying to do it. Oh, you tried to do comping the other day on the lanes, yeah. So it's a little tricky, and there's some extra things that you could do with it, but this is the most simplest way to do it. I mean, this is the way to do it, but there's some other advanced stuff that you can do. But it ain't all of that. We don't need all of that. So You record it through, and if you do a punch in and punch out, you actually can just record them several times without having to worry about it. Like you can do one section and just keep doing it over and over and over again until you finish with it. The settings for the lanes. So the lanes, if you whatever track you're on, there's a little take lanes off and on button that you click, and then once you click that, it'll open up. So it's like right at the bottom left corner of the track. So right underneath where the number of the track is. So like this track 17 right here, and then right under that, I can open this up. And in each of these takes, you can solo a take. What I did earlier was I pressed Shift and play, or Shift and Spacebar. Shift and Spacebar will allow you to solo each of these, so to basically mute all the other tracks and just allow you to solo that one track. And then if you press the cursor on the keyboard, on your computer keyboard that is, to go down or go up or go left or right, either one, then you can go to the next clip and hear that. That's what I did first. But this is a section where you get the most benefit from it, is make sure you separate those different sections. So different phrases, basically, I'll put it like that. So like if I know this is a phrase, please tell me the truth. Okay, so that's a phrase. Then I would oops, I didn't do that right. Yeah, I did it right. Okay, I was about to say I didn't do that right. So I would highlight it, and then it splits it on all the takes. Now let's just assume that you did all the takes pretty much the same way. This doesn't really work good for like ad libs. It can if you want to piece together ad libs, but if you're singing a verse or a chorus and you know it's the same every time, it's just kind of a matter of how you phrased it, or maybe you was a little out of tune or in tune, or you put more vibrato on it this time, or you didn't like that vibrato, or you did a different run that you really liked. Tell me the truth. Yeah, so I would probably put this part as a section. And this part is, well, this is going to be different. I'll just go from here to there, right, which will include those. And then, did you know I dream about you every single night? Yeah. Let's see. Did you know okay. Right there. Oops. Just wondering how you have your settings. New track on top. No, it's okay. It's okay. Which track are you referring to? So, um, so if you recall earlier, I took all of the instrument tracks and I bounced them down to a new track, which is right here, called Entire Mix. And this track is still active, but the other tracks are deactivated, so they don't play. But they don't have to, because I have it all mixed down in this one track, so you can see the stereo track. So right now, only two tracks you're really listening to is this track and this track, which is a lot easier on resources versus having an extra 15 tracks. So, but whenever I get done, actually, let me rewind. So, a good rule of thumb, and I kind of like this mic has a lot more highs and clarity in it now that I took this windscreen off. But a good rule of thumb is when you record, I like you saying that, when you record, okay, because let's use that, because that's actually what I was going to say. When you record comping, like I said, if it's something that you know you're going to be doing comping, because the thing about comping, I didn't mean to do that. I was not trying to record nothing. The thing about comping is make sure you right click on here and set it to comping. But comping will comp every single track. So it can become tedious if you wasn't intentionally trying to comp. So, like for instance, um, if you had loop on, it'll like, you know, it'll record the first track and then it'll go to the second track. And then when you get done, you'll be like, okay, that's not what I played. You'll be hearing the second track, or some parts might not mesh well together until you actually go through and edit it. And then you have to, um, what is it called? I'm going to show you in a second what you have to do to actually, it's called flatten. So you have to flatten the comp, and that makes it into one track. So I did 3 takes. So really, I have 3 individual tracks. I'm splitting them up into sections by phrases. And then I'm going to be able to click on the phrase from one track, another phrase from another track, and vice versa. And I keep going on until I find out the best sound of what I really needed or what I like. But when you record, what I was going to originally say is that do all of your recording first. Any project that you're dealing with, try to get all of your recording done first before you do any mixing or any editing, unless it's like simple edits, like you fade in, fade out, or something like that. Because what's going to make a big difference is when I record, I want my latency to be fast. All right, so go to driver settings. I want it to be fast. It's almost all the way over to fast. But when I get to editing and comping, and when I open up all these other tracks, because I really want to mix these tracks individually, and then I want to mix them together, and then I want to mix them with the vocals. So it's like a 3-step process I got to go through. When I get to that, I'm going to crank this sucker all the way up to safe. And the reason why is because it's going to be less taxing on my CPU and my memory, which is going to allow me to run all the effects and processing that I really want to put on. So, did that answer your question, Big Poppy? I don't know if that did or not, but I know I kind of cut you off when you said when you record. You can finish what you was gonna say though. Hopefully, I answered it. But yeah, the comping thing is it's a multi-step process. And like I said, I'm going to show you exactly what you do after this. So right now, I'm just kind of going through and making sure that I do the sections that I need. I know this is a long, tedious part though, but once you get this divided the way you need it, then oh, you say you lost internet. Okay, I got you. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Now, let me make sure I save this too as well. Thinking about it. First we laugh and play, and then we lay and cry. Okay. Oops. So that part, this part. But yes, I know. It's off on that note. That's got a lot to do with trying to figure out exactly the way I'm supposed to be singing it. You say you're the one to blame. I don't know if this is kind of cutting this off. Drag that back some, and then this one. Was it something you said? Okay. I'm almost there. Okay. What was the question you was gonna ask, Big Poppy though? Did he ever apologize? Yeah, I cracked on that one. So definitely I would not use that one for sure. Cracked on that one. Yeah. Yeah, I should put that in there in the beginning. I cracked on that one, didn't I? All right. Okay. So now that I have it that way, I can. Whew, that's a lot of cuts, boy. So I can click on each of these clips and then I can solo those, shift spacebar. Girl, and I can go down to the next one. Girl, that's off. I like the way, I like the onset of the note. I don't like the vibrato at the end of this. All right, I'm gonna do this one. So you press enter and then it writes it. Okay, so then I can go to the next clip. I can see deep in your eyes. 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 Actually, I like that one better. I can see deep in your eyes. I can see deep in your eyes. I can see deep. I'm trying to figure out how. I'm trying to remember how you go to the next one without having to click on it. That you're not afraid. That you're not afraid. That you're not afraid. That you're not afraid. So I like this one. That you're not afraid of the pain you hide, of the pain you hide, of the pain you hide, kind of like that one. Pain you hide, kind of like that one. And no one. So all I'm doing is I'm pressing shift. I'm clicking on the clip and then I'm pressing shift spacebar. There is a way to switch from one to the other, but I think it's because I have my nudge tools on. So my nudge tools on my cursor, left and right, what they do is they move the clip to the left or the right. And that's not what I wanted to do. I want to be able to just jump from one clip to the next clip. So since that's not working right, I just have to press stop spacebar basically, and then press shift spacebar after I click on the new track or the new clip rather. And then once again, once I find out which clip I like, I press enter and it'll write it. You'll actually see it change up here. You'll actually see it change up here. Did I click do this one already? Okay. And then you can see which ones are highlighted too as well. So I started with these two clips, and I went to this clip, I went to that clip, and then I'm going right here. Whenever no one you've been right here. And no one, 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 and no flat on that. I like that one. No. So this is really good. Like if you know that, hey, I can sing in key, but every now and then I might lost air or I didn't like the vibrato. Sometimes vibrato can cause you to go out of key. Okay, you said yes, it did answer. Question, I didn't have mine set to the new track on top, so I got lost when I was looking through the tracks. Oh, you mean like when you created a new audio track, you didn't know which, like basically was probably on the wrong track and didn't know which track was which. That's why I put all the other tracks into a track folder. So that way it looks like I have less tracks on here now. It only looks like I have 4 or 5 tracks versus having 18 and 20 tracks. And really, I'm going to go back and I'm going to put the instruments into subcategories. So I have the pianos in one and then have the bass and, you know, et cetera. So that way I can control them. And then I'm going to run probably separate auxes, stereo buses for each of those rather. So I can mix them as a group versus me, and also mixing them separately too as well. But we'll find out how the mixing process is going to go. I think the mixing part is going to be very easy because um, he said I don't go out of key. Well, you got it good, girl. You got it good. My voice, I tend to go sharp a lot. I worked on it. Like my father is also a musician. He sings and plays guitar and all the other instruments or whatever. So whenever I was younger, he used to always say, "Man, just sit down with the piano, man, and just work on it." You know, he said most people go flat, you go sharp. So, but I know it has a lot to do with breathing and it's one of those things, you know. So, but yeah, changing the delivery is really the main thing. And then sometimes you don't really want to be perfectly in tune because and no one, it adds something to it. And it was funny. I was looking at a Charlie Puth video since that show. Well, that's speaking of Charlie Puth because I just mentioned him. Um, Perfect pitch, yeah. So yeah, and even Charlie Puth has perfect pitch, but he gets annoyed when stuff is not perfect. So range wise, like if I want to hit a certain note and I can't hit that note comfortably, then that's what you use auto tune or Melodyne or something like that for, because you want it to be in tune. So um so it's got a lot to do with that too as well. But he was talking about it's amazing how a lot of songs the singers are out of key, and he says, you know, he's like, I've kind of like gotten used to hearing them that way, and I kind of like them that way. So you know, it's like, yeah, things don't always have to be perfectly in key. Okay, good. You saw the settings, so cool, awesome. And yeah, so let's see. All right, let me go through this real quick. Now that you know what I'm doing, let me listen to these real quick. I'll never know what you've been through. I'll never know what you've been through. I'll never know what you've been through. Yeah, I like the first one better. What you've been through. You can trust me, girl. 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 Yeah, I love Charlie Puth. Uh-oh, how did I get on that? Okay. Why don't you please tell me the truth? Why don't you please tell me the truth? Why don't you? I'll show you how to do that in a second, James. Thank you. Why don't you? Endearing and sincere. I hope so. That's all that I ever hope. Whatever style of song you write or whatever like message you want out of the song, I hope that it's, you know, that it. Oh, what did I just do? I hope it follows that. What did I just do? I close and take lanes. That's what I did. Okay, I was like, ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna show you how to reverse that too as well, in a little bit. This is really long, and I really don't feel like doing all this. This is one reason why I don't really care. I mean, I like comping, but I'm old school, man. I'll record this like 2,000 times all the way through until I get it right. And shoot, I didn't go back and listen to it. Yeah, I'm like, this is tedious. All right, I don't even know which one I was on. They all look the same to me. Tell me the truth. Ooh, yeah, I don't like that. Why don't you please tell me the truth? Yeah, that's what I say. You just keep singing it. Especially if I don't tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Sharp on that one, flat on the other one. Okay, let's hear this one. Tell me the truth. Okay, how does this one go? Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. I guess I use this one, even though I ain't want to do that much running right there. All right, okay. Now, um, let's just assume I'm done. I don't feel like doing this anymore because I don't want to be wasting. it- when I'm editing for real, then I will go through and actually do this part if I'm doing this part. But I hope I don't have to do it on the actual lead vocal like when I record it, for real record it. I like to do a scratch track first so I know what I'm doing, and then the backgrounds kind of kick in. A lot of times when I write songs, the backgrounds I already know what the backgrounds are gonna do. Um, it's the lead vocal that I don't know what it's gonna do. But in this case, the lead vocal is almost set. It does sound great when I record. I'm not liking my voice. I think the volume recording throws me off. The volume recording? What do you mean? Like, is it not loud enough when you record, or is it not loud enough in your headphones when you record? Um, Explain that a little bit more, Big Poppy. Oh, I clicked on the question right in the headset. So you say your voice is the volume too loud or is it not loud enough? Because normally, if on your interface, you should have a mix feature or a balance. It might be called balance if you're using an interface, that is. And on the balance, it allows you, like for instance, on the Focusrite, I have a Focusrite Scarlett 2i4, which I used to use a lot, but I don't really use it right now. But on here, there's a balance that goes from um, the computer sound is what you hear, and then it goes to the actual interface sound. So the interface sound is great if you want to hear your microphone. Like right now, when I have headphones on, I can hear my vocal mic really good. In fact, it might be too loud, but for you all, it might be perfect. I don't know. Uh, but I can always turn my headphone volume down, overall volume. So, and then if I want to hear more of the music, like a lot of times people want that music fat in the ears. Like I want to feel the music. Forget hearing myself. I don't want to hear myself that much. I want to hear the music. So then you can turn it. So you said I just have not got the mix down yet. Okay. Yeah, and that can be it just takes process. So you're talking about after mixing the volume doesn't sound right when you're in the headphones or you don't like the way your voice sounds. Do you adjust the volumes in the console? Yeah, I did adjust the volume in the console. Um, but you're talking about on Cakewalk. I'm sorry. I think about you talking about. I'm still talking about interfaces. So if I needed to adjust the volume like coming in, then I adjusted it here, so the gain will be a little hotter. But yeah, console mode. Yeah, I definitely use console mode. It normally what I do is I have two screens, so I always say two screens is better than one, but if you only got one, deal with that one. Or if you got a TV that you can hook up to your computer, whoo, do that because it'll save you. So normally I would take my console and I would drag it to my other screen. And then that way I could be looking at the track view and the console view. So yeah, when I get to mixing, I'm gonna be all on that console view. But until now, when I'm just recording, I'm on track view. So James just say, okay, you don't have a interface for the laptop. Well, yeah. So if you were using, what you would have to do, well, first of all, you probably using MME or WDM or Wasapi for your driver settings, and then if you wanted to control like your, oh, it's really, yeah. Well, actually, when you see studios like professional studios, they normally have like not just monitors, but they have TVs up there. I was looking at Escape and SWV have a reality show based off of their concert tour that they did, and was looking at Candy. Like Candy was in the studio, I guess at her house, and she had like a 52 inch 56-inch screen TV up there, and I'm like, shoot. And I thought I thought about my percussion teacher that I actually help out with Cakewalk. He's older, and he's like, man, look, I need to be able to see. And he'll have two screens up there. Like this is like a 24-inch screen, but he'll have like two big gigantic TVs up there. And then, I mean, you can see anything. Then you can zoom in on this sucker. You'll be like, yeah, I see the tracks. You say your Pro Studio is sick like that too? Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. So, but and it's cheap. Like it's cheap to get a TV screen. You get a 32-inch for like $100. So, or a 40-some inch for like $100 and some dollars. Okay. James, I was still talking to you, but I kind of skipped. I skipped my train of thought and went to something else. But yeah, your interface, once you have it set to MME or W or whatever it's set to, then you want to make sure, like if you was trying to like distinguish between what you hear from the computer versus your microphone, if you're plugging into, I don't know if you're using an adapter to plug in, so like, or you can use like a headphone, like a what is it called, a three 3/8 inch like adapter, so that way you can plug up your XLR cable, convert it to 3/8 inch, and plug into your computer. You can do it that way. Um, but I guess you got to figure it out. So I don't, because I mean, you haven't had any trouble like trying to record on there yet, have you? Or have you? Okay, I need to set up a bus or an aux with the recording. I hate when I click on this to have it pop up on the screen. I'm like, I try to see, I'm trying to see exactly what it reads, and then I'm like, it's harder to read it than when it's right in front of me. So, okay, I need to set up a bus or aux with the vocals for recordings for effects as you did. I messed up and did it in the track, found out the hard way with effects. Yeah. If you want to just hear it, just so you can record, just so you can have, some wetness on your voice, then just create a separate audio track and put the effects on that. Call it effects so that way you don't get confused by the track later on. And then you can just put the input echo on. That's the most important part, is that input echo. So if it's not on, it'll be grayed out, and if it's on, it'll be blue. And then you'll hear it, and then you can adjust, the volume of the reverb. So you just want to hear it a little bit. Maybe you don't want to hear it that much. So that's cool. All right. So let's say that I am finished with this comping, and I say, you know what, I'm good with that. Let's call it a day. So this is what I'm going to do. I can flatten the comp, or I can leave it alone. Now, I will say, if you flatten the comp, it's going to basically put everything as one track, which is already doing anyway. When you flatten the comp, it compresses it, you know, to make it a little easier. So right now it's almost like 3 tracks are still there. But the only thing about the flatten part is that it doesn't allow you to, it's something that it restricts you from doing, like maybe, I don't know, splitting, or like if I need to move, well, I think I can split. It's something that I can't remember what it is, but it's like whenever I come across it, I'm like, dude, I can't do this, and then it's because I flattened the comp already. So right now, I'm not going to worry about flattening the comp. I'm just going to close the take lanes. It's going to look real ugly looking right now because you see all of those cuts, but then I can go back and play it. And this FX chain, I can turn the output up on this too as well. Girl, I can see deep in your eyes that you're not afraid of the pain you hide. And no. Now, keep in mind that when I record, this is my I'm sorry chain, which really doesn't do much with this microphone because this is based off of using omnidirectional condenser mic, and this is not a condenser mic. But I probably would go in and tweak this a little bit more. Will never know what you've been through. You can trust me, girl. Why don't you please tell got a high pass filter, the X64, so I can hear like any S's that I'm getting. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, it's not a lot of them either. Okay. Okay, so that helps with that. And then I got us a nice compressor. Tell me the truth. Did you know I dream of? Tell me the truth. Okay. Did you know I'm just kind of tweaking it a little bit. Every single night, first we laugh and play, and then we lay and cry. But yes, I know, you say you're the one to blame. Now, of course, keep in mind, I didn't go through and actually correct the ones that I really wanted to correct. It's the ones towards the end that I really didn't care for. And I should have corrected them, but I didn't do it. Was it something you said to make him cheat and lie? Did he ever apologize? Yeah, that's the one I cracked on. But we're not worried about it right now. Just something to do. To blame. Was it something you said to make him cheat and lie? Did he ever apologize? I cracked on that one. Yeah, I didn't hear that. All right, then I can take that back some if I need to. All right, so and let's assume that I'm okay with that. Why would she do something that may be a pig? Explain that to me. Explain it to me. Sorry, ignore me. Okay. I was like, what? Oh, okay. I was like, okay, I didn't understand that one. Yeah, I don't know. Made him be a pig. Explain. Okay, why would she do something that made him be a pig? Are you talking about the song or are you talking about something else? It's auto-corrected. Yeah, you gotta love auto-correction. It's amazing. You know, sometimes. Okay, so here, let me do something with this. And let's see. I'm gonna use my other. I wonder how this will work on this low vocal. And I just wish someone was there to lean their head on me. Okay. Does this have a? Okay. What I'm gonna do for this is I need to like raise this gain up a lot. So, you talking about the lyrics? So the lyrics say, you say, so it's basically what I'm listening to. So, when the second verse it says, "Did you know I dream about you every single night? First we laugh and play, then we lay and cry. But yes, I know. You say you're the one to blame." So basically, she feels like she's responsible for the relationship going the way it did. Not the relationship she's in now, but the relationship she was in with the a-hole, basically. So this is like, so here, the protagonist is the person that's like really trying to help her, cope with the relationship she was in. So it says, yeah, but yes, I know you say you're the one to blame. Was it something you said to make him cheat and lie? So, and this is what she's thinking to herself. Like, was it something I said, or, did I do something wrong, to make him go cheat and lie, to cheat on me and then lie about it? Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. So it's kind of a back and forth. And it's weird because like The first words I just wrote was girl I, but I was thinking about having this be a person that's looking at what's happening. So kind of like he's observant of what's going on with the girl, but he's not with the girl yet. But then at the towards the end of the first verse, he's like, hey, you can trust me. Tell me your secrets. Let me be the one, to carry the burden. And then the second verse is about how their relationship is going, like how he's just deeply in love, infatuated with her, like he was dreaming about her. But he's thinking about the laughter and play when they having fun, and then we're thinking about the time when they're just laying there and they're and she's crying or they're crying, about what happened to her. So, and I'm kind of drawing from you know people, and it doesn't have to be women, but just people in general that go through abuse or they go through emotional or physical abuse, whatever type of abuse, and how that really affects them, where they don't want to they can be in a relationship, but they're not opening up because they're scared to open up. So it might be deep, but it's kind of where my brain went earlier. Um, so it might not even be called "Never Been There." Never been done before. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. It's coming along, but the bridge is going to be the climax. And then I might get back to that "Never Been Done Before," but kind of like guns in Texas for guys that act. They got that here too as well. In St. Louis, Missouri, they have that as well. Yeah, well, that's another story. But all right, yeah. So let me beef this up real quick. I'm going to. Oh, that's right. I ain't got to do all that. I'm just going to press Control, click on the track, Control, and then I'm gonna boost this gain up. What we're doing. And I just wish someone was there. And I might even add some distortion on that too as well. Click on the track. I'm gonna boost this gain up some more though. Sometimes in life, we don't know what we're doing. And I just wish someone was there to lean their head on me. And I might not keep that. I might do something totally different than what I just said there. Let me add reverb at the end of this. Sometimes in life, we don't know what we're doing. And I just wish someone was there to lean their head on me. Is this on? That's weird. It's like I don't hear the effects on. Oh, you know what? I know what I did. I probably put it on the wrong track. I know I did. I bet you I put it on the wrong track. Let me see. Yep, I sure did. Where did I put it at though? So on this track? Nope. This track? Nope. This one? This one? I know I put the track on there. So I put this my little pro channel vocal strip on something, but I don't know what I put it on because I actually don't see it. Oh, I put it on the actual. Yeah, it's not supposed to be there. That is not where it's supposed to be. No wonder why it didn't seem like it was changing. I was like, it should be on this track. Just a rap. Sometimes in life, we don't know what we're doing. And I just wish someone was there to lean their head on me. I probably could put a I probably need to put a what is it called? a gate on this. This will kind of help get some of that extra stuff that's in the middle. You know, sometimes in life, we don't know what we're doing. And I just wish someone was there to lean their head on me. You know, sometimes in life, we don't know what we're doing. And I just wish someone was there to lean their head on me. One more time. Times in life, we don't know what we're doing. And I just wish someone was there to lean their head on me. One more time. You know, sometimes in life, we don't know what we're doing. And I just wish someone was there to lean their head on me. Okay. All right, so let's listen to that. Do you have this track? You know, sometimes in life, we don't know what we're doing. And I just wish someone was there to lean their head on me. I wish they had it on that. You can get Bandlab on there. Bandlab works on that, but not Cakewalk itself. Yeah, I wish they would do that. That you're not afraid of the pain you hide, and no one will ever know what you've been through. You can trust me, girl. Why don't you please tell me the truth? Tell me the truth. Did you know I dream about you every single night? First we laugh and play, and then we lay and cry. But yes, I know, you say you're the one to blame. Was it something you said to make him cheat and lie? Did he ever apologize? All right, okay. So, goal so far, we're an hour and 48 minutes. I think this is pretty cool. I got 5 minutes left. Then, because I said I wanted to end right at 12 o'clock. So what I got to do now is tomorrow at the same time. I think it's 10 o'clock, right? Again, right? At 10 o'clock, I might go on a little earlier if I can. But when you see me tomorrow, I should have the rest of this recorded, and I'll record like off live what I'm doing, so that way you all can kind of see it. Kind of like earlier, I recorded how I kind of went about doing this, basically. But it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be fat once I throw in the background, because I want some backgrounds to do some more like ambiance, oohs and ahs, and kind of stuff like that. Oh, before we go though, let me show who was that? Big Poppy? Was that you that asked about the reverse vocal? Did you ask about that, or was that somebody else? So let's pretend that I want to duplicate this track. I normally wouldn't do the whole entire track, but I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to duplicate the events. So, but now, first of all, I'm going to take all of this and I'm going to bounce this to clips. Just going to make a one whole file like that. And I'm going to take this and then I'm going to reverse it. I think that was you that asked to reverse. James. Okay, James said. Okay, James asked. Okay, thank you for telling me that because I'm like I'm losing my mind. I'm like, who said it? All right. So, was there another question someone asked too as well besides that one? So once I do that, I duplicated it. Be honest, I don't have to do that. You could take any one of these clips, or if it's a certain section you want to just split it and then do that, then you could do that. So I'm going to take this track and go to process. Is it process? Apply effect, and then go down to reverse. All right. And then it's going to reverse it. Life. Said the devil. Okay. For some reason, I can't turn the volume down on it, can I? It's like every time I keep adjusting it. Yeah, no, why? Because I guess it's weird. It's like it's keeping everything at the same level. I can press control and they'll bring it down. Can I? Yeah, let's do that. How you reverse the voice. I just did it. And you didn't see me do it? Oh, James, you ain't see me? Basically, what I did was I copied this track. Okay, I duplicated it. I right clicked on where it says 17. Or really, you can right click anywhere basically. I right clicked on it, press duplicate track. All right, that created this track, which is the same audio I had up here. I took this track and then I just simply went up to process at the top, apply effect, and then reverse. All right. And then you do it that way, and then it just reverse it. Now, someone asked about how can you reverse reverb without without actually, I guess, bouncing it down. I got to look further into that. Why would anyone want this? Oh, why would you want to reverse a vocal? Because it's a sound effect. So imagine like I could really trash this and then I can take it in and I can actually crop it and I can sample it and I can speed it up. This is fun. Watch this. I'm going to do something really crazy. And you're going to be like, oh my God, really? You can do that? Yeah. I'm going to take it up. And then not only am I going to do that, I'm actually going to stretch it. Can I time stretch this? So time stretch, you go over to the left side. Yeah, it sounds great on kick drums. It sounds great on snares. Like if you take a snare and reverse it right before the snare actually hits, like Scott, Scott, Scott. You know, it just sounds good. And of course, you use it on reverse cymbals too as well. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just a cool thing to do. You know, I mean, when you're dealing with creativity, you try to get in here and it's all about figuring out how much you can screw up before everybody gets mad at you. Yeah. But I mean, you could do the same thing on vocals too, as well. Like do vocal chops with it. If you want to like make an effect where it's like underwater or something like that, you could do a lot of stuff like that. What did I want to do? I wanted to, time stretch. Okay. So you go to the clip properties and put on groove clip and looping. No, not looping. Hold on, not looping. What is it that I can do? Audio snap. I think that's what I'm looking for. Enable. Let's see. Will it allow me to stretch? Auto stretch. Okay, so if you press what is it? I forgot. I think it's Control Shift. Yeah, Control Shift will allow you to stretch it. I don't really think you have to be in this mode, so listen to it now. And then you can shift it even more. All right, I can take that back, and now I can reverse it? Let's see if I can reverse it. I don't that I've never tried before, but we'll find out. I guess you know, this is what I do. You all, I come in, and I just play with stuff until I figure out something that I screwed up, and then you can figure out how to fix it and get it back the way it was. What do? Control Z, my favorite thing, and then also Control S. But if you do Control S, as soon as you get stuff sounding good, press Control S, and then after that, go mess up and tamper with everything, and then at least you know you got the project saved, and you can go back to the original part. Okay, apply effect, and then reverse. But I wonder if it's gonna reverse it back now. Okay, it still sounds the same to me. Turn this off. See, I thought it would be able to reverse it back to where it was. Okay, because I do have to have that part on. Okay. Now that's spooky. It's even spookier when you slow it down. All right, okay. Well, that's enough of that. I'm good thing about it. I don't need this track. All right, let's just delete this track. All right, let's go back to where we were at. Know what you've been through. You can trust me, girl. Why don't you please tell? Ah, man, shoot, I'm sorry, Big Poppy. Yeah, I got to get to bed too. I'm glad you said something. All right, y'all, if there's no further questions, stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be finishing, make sure the vocals are still good, make sure all the backgrounds and stuff, and then we'll be starting the mixing process. And then on Saturday, we'll be continuing the mixing and doing the mastering. And so the mastering, I'm going to show you how to master in Cakewalk, but I'm also going to show you a few other tools that you can use outside of Cakewalk to help master too as well. So, and then on Sunday, I'm going to show you how to distribute it, and then we'll be good to go. All right, you all, thank you for tuning in, and listen, I heard it email. Oh yeah, I will. I definitely will do that. I'm probably most likely first thing in the morning I'll listen to it. I looked at the email again today and I was like, should I listen to this? And I was like, but then I had to go do something else and I was like, oh. So, all right, night, you all. Take care.